more MPs have been suspended from Parliament. 146 MPs now stand suspended from Parliament is what we are learning. Essentially, that list is only growing, and the information that we have with us is that 146 members of Parliament have in totality from Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha been suspended. Shah is breaking that down for us. 146 is the number you have with us. Who are the latest entrants in that long list?
Well, Sneha, those who have just been suspended from the Lok Sabha, Congress members of Parliament, Nakul Nath, Suresh and Deepak Baij, who have been suspended from the Lok Sabha. So the total number of suspensions in this winter session of Parliament from both houses combined is 146 right now, a historic number, the largest ever number of suspensions that a session of Parliament has seen. This is just a couple of hours, probably just a few minutes from now, because we expect that Lok Sabha will be adjourned sine die for the winter session of Parliament by about 4 p.m. Today in the Rajya Sabha, subsequent to that, right after the Home Minister's reply on the 3 criminal law amendment bills. So even before the session is to come to a close, these three members of Parliament have been suspended, taking the total number to 146 for this winter session of Parliament, the highest number of members of Parliament ever to be suspended.
That's right. So these MPs, in fact, continue to be suspended as we've seen the remaining days of the winter session of Parliament. Palmi, I'm thinking that, that there would be more suspensions essentially, given that it's a given that the House, technically the way it should be functioning, is obviously not functioning, though the bills were passed yesterday. But the entire opposition is out on the streets today and tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, yes, the opposition today, of course, marched from Parliament to Vijay Chowk. Tomorrow there'll be a protest for suspended members of Parliament, and those, of course, lending them support from the Opposition India bloc as well at Jantar Mantar as well. So they'll continue their protest. Tomorrow was expected to be the last day of the winter session of Parliament, but the session is being adjourned sine die today itself. So we're expecting no more suspensions, and this should be the final tally, 146. We'd been told that there were likely more suspensions to happen today itself, given that some members of Parliament were still sloganeering, coming into the well of the House, holding up placards. So these are three members of the Congress party who have now been suspended. If I'm not mistaken, as far as the Congress tally is concerned, this just leaves Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi in the Lok Sabha.
Okay, so essentially total 146 MPs have now been suspended. This across political lines, across political parties from the opposition. 100 MPs from Lok Sabha alone. More MPs, in fact, like Paulmi is telling us, have been suspended from Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The total tally is 146, and on your screen you see the names. Suresh, Deepak Baij have been suspended. They're the latest MPs, in fact, to join the list of suspensions. Paulmi continues to be with us. Paulmi, do you see any change in strategy of the government? Because I don't think there is any room left for the government now to further reach out to the opposition, given that they themselves are protesting, demanding an apology from the opposition as far as Kalyan Banerjee's act is concerned.
Right. No, absolutely. There's not going to be any sort of breakthrough as far as this logjam is concerned. Like I said, the House will be adjourned sine die Lok Sabha shortly. Anurag Thakur, who is the Minister for Information and Broadcasting, will be starting his reply on the Press and Periodicals bill, which is the last bill to have been taken up for consideration and passage. So in about 5 minutes, his reply will begin, after which we expect that the House will be adjourned sine die, which is the Lok Sabha, and the Rajya Sabha essentially will be brought to a close for the winter session of Parliament, subsequent to the Home Minister's reply as far as the 3 criminal law amendment bills are concerned. So as far as this winter session is concerned, this is over, and this basically ends this sort of moment of face-off, if you may, in Parliament as far as the centre and the Opposition India bloc is concerned. We're expected to, of course, continue on the streets as far as both blocs and their campaign for the Lok Sabha 2024 elections are concerned, which will kickstart as soon as the winter session comes to an end.
That's right. Paulmi, you said the face-off obviously will end with the Parliament session getting wrapped up. But the stage essentially, Paulmi, has been set for the Mahayudh in just about a few months from now. The campaign is also to begin. The BJP is going to go out to the people of the country and say, These are the people who held legislative business to hostage, held parliament to hostage and didn't let the house function. That's the message the BJP is going to go to the people with, isn't it?
Absolutely, that's the message that the BJP will go to the people with, saying that, as far as the parliament security breach was concerned, it's a very sensitive matter. They shouldn't have politicized that matter. Various steps were being taken in order to, of course, investigate what happened on December 13 and then, of course, review aspects of parliament security as well. Today as well, we've reported how the CISF has been given the job to prepare a report and to submit it as far as parliament security is concerned to the high-powered committee which has been formed under the chairmanship of the CRPF DG Anish Dayal Singh. And that report will review aspects of parliament security. Possibly CISF then will be brought into parliament as well in terms of playing a role as far as parliament security is concerned. So various aspects of parliament security are being discussed at the moment. So for the opposition to politicize that issue at this point of time during the winter session is something that the BJP will go to the people with. And also, of course, the matter of Kalyan Banerjee mocking the Vice President, Rajya Sabha Chairman, and Rahul Gandhi filming the same as well. We do know that the BJP has been agitating as well across various districts about this today as well. In the national capital at Jantar Mantar, BJP's Delhi unit was agitating. We've seen various Jat groups protested as well. So the BJP will take it to the Jat community and say that this is how they disrespect a Jat leader who's reached one of the highest constitutional offices in the country, and they're mocking him. So expect that the stage, like I said, has been set for 2024. Every party is going to hit the ground running because they do realize it's just a couple of more months, a little over a couple of more months, possibly by the end of February, when model code of conduct could be announced for general elections 2024.
The caste factor and all of this is an interesting thing that you said, that the BJP is obviously, in fact, going already all out, and Jat communities have been protesting as well. The Congress President Paulamy has come out and said, listen, don't make this about caste. I have not been allowed to speak in Parliament, and I have not been, telling the people of the country that I have not been allowed to speak because I'm Dalit. He said that already, isn't it?
That's right. It's turned into this war was essentially about caste as far as, the theatrics of Kalyan Banerjee was concerned. So, of course, the opposition will take the matter of the suspension of 146 members of parliament from both houses just because they were raising the voice of the people, as they'll tell the people, as far as parliament was concerned. And the BJP will say that, you need to have a constructive discussion in parliament. Important legislation is getting passed in parliament. They should have participated in those discussions. Then to point out and say that, we were thrown out while some very crucial bills were being passed. They could have easily participated in the same if they had only sat down in their seats and not sloganeered and entered the well of the House. That's all that was required of them to do. They could have participated in the discussion and at least got their sentiments, even if they were not taken on board in terms of amendments by the Home Minister, for instance, as far as the 3 criminal law bills are concerned. At least they would have got their sentiments put on record. It would have gone on record. Their sentiments would have been conveyed to their constituents. It's a lost opportunity. It's a missed opportunity as far as the opposition is concerned, and they're to blame themselves for it.
Right. Paul, in fact, I'm going to ask you to be with us. Our focus continues on that big story that we are tracking. Remember, the Congress, interestingly, already came out today and said that why do you even need the parliament? Why can't you just take all the decisions and pass all the bills in BJP's parliamentary party meetings, is what Rajiv Shukla of the Congress essentially said today, registering their protest in the manner in which just a record number of members of parliament, 146. That's the number we have with us of MPs both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha who've for the moment been suspended.